Welcome back to TechbyPike. Today in-house we have the new Acer Predator Triton 14-inch gaming laptop. We're really excited about having this here. We want to go ahead and unbox it. We want to check out the chassis, the keyboard, the trackpad, the screen, and then we want to check out the internals if we can, weigh it and all that, and then turn it on and maybe get some gaming in. The specs on this particular laptop is this has an Intel Core i7-13700H. It has the 14-inch WQXGA IPS 250Hz DDS mini LED screen. Okay, that's pretty exciting. The graphics card is an Nvidia GeForce RTX 4070 with 8 gigs of GDDR6, dedicated VRAM, 16 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM. That makes me nervous. That's making me think that maybe the RAM is soldered to the motherboard. So we'll definitely have to take a look at that. It has a 1 terabyte PCIe NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth. Has a 76 watt battery and so forth. I think it also comes with a 1080p camera and also has per key RGB backlighting, and we'll check all that. I think it also has a fingerprint scanner for easy access, so that's awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this and let's get into it. Laptop itself. Nice styrofoam bumpers within the box. Box within the box. Go ahead and put that down. We got our power cables and power brick here. Great. Let's set that up there a little bit and let's see what we got in the box. Got our power brick here. Looks like it is a 230 watt with a barrel connector. Alright, set that up to the side. And then we have our cable to the outlet. Pretty long actually. That's nice. I like that a lot. Okay. Set these off to the side here. Come back to them when we weigh the whole thing. I want to put that. Okay. Now for the laptop. Really thick. Okay, looks like we're going to need our knife again. Just to break the seal. Up here, hopefully. All right, got our little presentation card. Predator premium services, so there is a dedicated Predator support line. You got chat, you got a website. Thank you for joining our Predator team. That's a little suspect, but okay. Go ahead and take the laptop out here. Alright, looks like we got some more propaganda. And I'm guessing this is the warranty card and the instructions for setting it up. So you got your setup guide, you got your limited warranty agreement, and international traveler's warranty. Alright. And then, alright, some stickers. Can't go wrong with that. We'll go ahead and put those in there. Alright, time for the laptop. Don't want to rip it. Slide it out like that. Okay, I really like that a lot. Let me push a little forward so you can see it. So you got some power indicator lights on here, and you got just the small little Predator Acer logo on top. Let's check out. One finger. Okay. Okay, we're going to check out the chassis of the Acer Predator, but first I wanted to compare the thickness of the Acer with the Razer Blade 14-inch that we still have here in the studio. Just want to make sure that's evened up a little bit, and it really is. Dimensions here are fairly close, but if you look here, it's thicker in the back on the Acer than it is on the Razer, but once you start to move forward, it starts to taper, and then it's pretty much apples to apples there up front. I just want to see them stacked on top of each other here. So as you can see, yes indeed, the Acer is a little bit thicker in the back, but once you get up front, it looks pretty much the same thickness. Okay. I'm not going to do any more comparisons with the Razer Blade. We're going to do that in a future video, and we're going to not only compare the chassis and all that, but we're going to compare performance. So anyway, I'm going to move that out of the way, and let's move on with the Acer itself. Alright, looks like this thing is a little bit of a smudge collector. It could have been just me. Okay. We're going to head and open this up with one finger. That's great. As you look here, you can see that the stickers are a little off, but I don't get too hung up on that. The keyboard itself, it feels okay, a little plasticky actually. The travel is fine, and there's a good amount of clip. I don't know, the keys feel a little bit cheap to me. I guess it's okay. Trackpad is smooth. Looks like we have a fingerprint reader there. Clicks all the way to the top. No flex on the palm rest or around the edges here. Maybe just a little bit on top. Alright. You got the one small logo here. You got some indicator lights, battery, and power. Let's go ahead and check out, see if there's any screen wobble here. Pretty stiff. Very little wiggle. A little bit of flex there at the bottom. The hinges are actually really quite small. but I don't foresee an issue there. And the top of the lid, a little bit of flex once you start getting towards the middle. You can see that there. All right, well, not too bad. I think the only thing that I would gripe about here is probably the keyboard. It just feels a little too, I don't know, plasticky to me, cheap, in my opinion. But there you go. Let's check out the I/O. All right, let's check out the ports on the laptop. We're going to start with the left-hand side here. We have a Kensington lock. We have some ventings here. We have the barrel power port. We have a USB 3.2 Gen 2 port with power off charging up to 10 gigabytes. And then we have a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 port. I noticed this just a little bit ago. We have a micro SD card slot up front here, which is a nice touch. My Razer Blade 14 doesn't have it, that or a full size. We're going to go to the full right here. We've got a headphone jack. We've got another USB-A. It's a 3.2 Gen 2 port. And then we have an HDMI 2.1 port and some more venting exhaust out the back. The bottom here, we have some more air intake. Keep this laptop cool while playing AAA games, while the 3 rubber feet, 2 shorties and 1 long one in the back, keeps it lifted off the desk for that airflow to get to the laptop. We have some downward facing speakers, and then we have some screws here that we are going to actually take out and see if we can get to the internals of this laptop. So let's move forward. All right, let's weigh the laptop by itself here. 3 pounds, 13.9 ounces, and then we're going to move the power brick and cables on top. 5 pounds, 13 ounces. With a little patience and my toolkit here, I was able to get the bottom plate unfastened from the all aluminum chassis. I believe it's all aluminum. There's 9 screws. They're T6 screws, and kind of like the Razer blades, but the Razer blades use a T5 or a T6, but they're made out of kind of a softer metal. This time around, getting these screws out of the Acer laptop, I wasn't as intimidated. I didn't feel like I was going to strip them, so I was a little more confident taking these guys out, not like the Razer blades. Anyway, 9 screws. Let's take this off here. Okay, well, the first thing I see here is our 74-watt battery, and I want to talk about this for just a minute. When I lifted the bottom plate off, I kind of had it at a slant in my lap, and the battery popped out almost. I mean, it came loose. One of the screws that fastens the bottom plate to the chassis also goes into this screw hole right here that holds the battery in place. Although there are a number of screw holes around the battery, they're unpopulated. There's no screws. So that was interesting to me. I'm not sure why that is. So anyway, be aware of that if you're going to take the bottom plate off the chassis to try to upgrade it. Although I'm not exactly sure what there is to upgrade other than maybe the SSD here. This one's a 1 terabyte drive, comes with the laptop. You have the swappable Wi-Fi card, but there's no memory to swap out, so it's all soldered to the motherboard, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping they would have gone the way of Asus, where they have the one DIMM open where you can swap out at least one DIMM of memory, or go the Razer route where you can swap both out this year. That's the one cool thing about the Razer laptops, the 14 inchers. They now have swappable memory and 2 slots. So anyway, this isn't about the Razer, this is about the Acer laptop, but that is a bummer to see that they haven't gone that direction. Anyway, there you go. I don't think there's anything else we can really take a look at. We got some dedicated independent heat pipes. We got the 2 fans, and we see the 2 downwards facing speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and fasten this bottom plate back to the chassis, and then let's turn it on. So that's it for this video. I can really appreciate the details that went into this laptop. I love the per key RGB, the fingerprint scanner. I've been using this now for a week and it hasn't failed me yet. I like the fact that this little, I didn't notice it before, and maybe you can see it, but it has the little logo down here right below the keyboard that also lights up, which I didn't notice until I turned it on. It's very unassuming from the top lid. It's silver. It feels really durable and sturdy. No wobble whatsoever. The biggest disappointment of this so far is the fact that the memory is soldered to the motherboard. And with Razer out there with their new 14-inch where you have 2 open DIMMs and you can boost it up to 64 gigs, and then Asus with their 14-inch gaming laptop where it has 1 open bay where you can swap out memory. I just think that Acer is missing the boat there. But I mean, they do have the the micro SD card slot here, which my Razer does not. So there's certain other features that this does come with that the other 14-inchers don't come with. So there you go. What's most important to you? We're going to go ahead and benchmark this, play some more games, get some frames per second scores, and we'll bring that video to you as soon as possible. And then I'm going to actually do a comparison between this laptop and my Razer Blade 14-inch laptop. Now, I know they're not apples to apples comparisons, but because this laptop is just a little over $2,000 and the 14-inch Razer is significantly more, I'm curious to see if the performance versus price is worth spending the extra bucks for the Razer, or if you will be fine with something like this. Anyway, stay tuned for that. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from TechbyPike, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. It helps the channel. Not only that, gives us an opportunity to bring more videos like this to you. And for that, we thank you. We'll see you in the next one.